Without Remorse came out this Friday on Amazon Prime. This is a brand new original movie for Amazon, which stars Michael B. Jordan as hero of this film. This is based off of a Tom Clancy novel and, of course, series, and so it is brought to screen and another adaptation of it. So how does it rank up against all the other Tom Clancy films that we've been getting in recent years? We'll have to see, and yeah, I'll give you my review for it right now. So right off the bat, Michael B. Jordan in this film is good in what he needs to do, but not a lot of the characters are really given a whole lot to work with in this film. A lot of it is really incomprehensible, but for the most part, in terms of action, Michael B. Jordan is able to bring a lot of tenacity and just ferocity to his character and his role. And we also get that from Jamie Bell, who's in this movie. Not for too long, but I mean, in terms of just showing the raw action, kind of Navy SEALs action, we do get a lot of that in this film, and it is done in a way that is entertaining. I found that they tried to kind of make it a little more like John Wick, but nowhere near as stylistic. And sometimes too, there's no music that is playing in this movie, so it can feel a little dry, a little dull, and like I said, just without it not being too stylistic. I mean, I get that that's the military style, but it's just not filmed in too many interesting ways that get you excited about the action or have the action kind of progress the movie in ways and just feel like things happening for the sake of moving the plot forward without much explanation in this film. And that's why I say, like, the actors don't really have much to work with in terms of progressing their characters. It's just all of a sudden people will come on the screen and be evil all of a sudden for shock value, or not be evil for shock value. Little things like that where it doesn't come from the dialogue or events that make sense. It's just kind of the movie trying to mislead you in ways that don't really have any build-up or context behind them. Mostly, like, the bulk of this movie is the US government is trying to frame an attack on Syria, on Russia, but at the same time, there's a whole plot where they've been infiltrated. And this was actually an attack to set up that America is trying to destabilize and start a war with Russia and basically just give Russia the okay to start in warfare and, who knows, send off missiles, just basically go to war with the US. Like I said, sometimes it just can get so convoluted to the point where it's really tough to understand what's going on, who's on whose side. And like I said, it's not done in a way that's smart or intriguing. You just kind of get really, or at least I did, got really tired of it after a little bit, really bored with it. It's where it's just kind of, why are you telling me this? And we're not getting anywhere with the plot of this movie or the point of it. And just with some of the reveals that they did that, again, just all of a sudden switch characters to being evil out of nowhere, just kept me dull and not really caring too much about the film and how it's going to progress. It was, like I said, with the action and whatnot, it's entertaining enough for me to get through it, but it's something that I'm not going to go back to probably ever to watch it because of how dull I felt about it, and how by the end of the movie I don't feel like I really learned or experienced too much new. Even in terms of the action, where kind of like I said, it's things that I've seen done before. Like they said, they tried to put military tactics into the gunplay of John Wick, but it's nowhere near as stylistic or as fun to watch because it isn't filmed in that way at all, unfortunately. There's things where Michael B. Jordan's family and a lot of his military friends are getting picked off for things that just, I mean, the movie's called Without Remorse, and I get it's trying to be like hate is very prevalent in this world and there's not much you can do to stop it, but it's all blind hate with no context. And again, I just find that so, when action happens and characters get killed for no reason and just like kind of these really bland and blind hate ways, I don't find that interesting at all, where it's just, you don't really get a lot of the emotion context behind it that makes it entertaining, that wants you knowing more. And it just really, a lot of this fell so flat for me just because of how much the movie was. It's one of those movies where it tries to make you feel dumb by having these reveals, like I said, that just come out of place and like, oh, we misled you probably because you never thought this was gonna happen, but there wasn't any context behind to really think of anything that could happen. Like, it just, it's not like Blade Runner 2049 where it just really psychs you out with everything that happens and there's so much telling you what the answer was, but you don't there is just like not enough information for you to fully put it together. And when it's revealed, it shocks you, little things like that, where it's just there's nothing given to you, and it's like, oh, okay, so this guy's evil now out of nowhere. Just again, and that happens with the action set pieces too, how they unfold and how they even start, which again, just very bland. It just didn't really do anything for me, this movie. With all of this taken together, this isn't really a movie that, I mean, if you have Amazon Prime subscription and you want about a 2 hour movie to, or I think this is a more closely to an hour and 50 minutes, it's not too long, just to sit, watch something, watch some cool military tactics and fights go on screen, sure, but it's not worth getting the Amazon subscription for, unfortunately. And with all this taken together, that's why I'm going to give Without Remorse on Amazon Prime a 5 out of 10. But if you've seen this movie, please let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. And if you want to check out all my other movie reviews and everything else I do on this channel, you can do so through my playlist down below, and I'll also link some up top here if you want to check out all of my reviews for 2021. If you like what you see on the channel, of course, too, subscribe and turn the little ring on if you want to know when I upload new videos in terms of everything video games that I do. Resident Evil Village is coming out this Friday, so you can check all of that out down on my Twitch, and you can join the Media Mountain, which is my Discord, which you'll find in the description as well, where we talk about movies, video games, comics, TV, basically everything that's awesome, and it's a community just built all around that. So definitely join that and get involved in the conversations, and just awesome, guys.